Good afternoon, team. I'm Jay Song. Welcome to today's video, which is Dreams Collection number 3. So I'll be reading some dreams that people have been sending me. We're going to start with the dream that I lost last time, and I was trying to do it from memory, but somebody had found it. It was buried in the YouTube comments, and we're going to start there. So let's begin. So our first dream comes from Aaron. My son has prophetic dates and investment names from 2 years ago that he wrote down. We were not investors then, but as we just look back at those dates, they were correct. Earlier tonight, he had a dream. He was standing with others looking through a tunnel, watching for the train coming through the mountain. The light signaling the train flashed orange and then red, and in that fast movement, he hardly got back off the track that the train flashed right by his face and was gone. He said that sign that had flashed was letters that read XRP. The train was red and orange, and the light was red and orange. He told me that several people missed getting on the train waiting for lower prices. But just get on the train. Prophetic words have been given that the price of XRP fell so fast that you could not buy and then immediately rose just as fast. Prophetic words have said in the scenario, people were saying, if I had only vested when I had the chance. Also, he had the date, but he doesn't know what it means. August 22nd, 2021. He felt we should get in before that date, but is not sure what that date has been given for. He also felt between the 6th and the 10th would be good times. And they were, as of the filming of this video. Today is August 14th. I know personally I watched 50 cents hit and then go up, all while listening to the word that it would go down even lower. So I didn't want to be left holding high at 50 cents. We will get there again, but here we are at 73 cents, and I'm understanding it may not be 50 cents. But they are both XRP prices, and both are low compared to the high it will get to. I was surprised that since Monday of this week, the Lord kept reiterating to me not to be so cautious that I didn't take risks. I was actually rather shocked that the Lord said this to me, but it gave me peace, and I knew that I needed to step out with XRP and not wait for the lows because I'm worried of it dropping once I purchase it. Since I'm not understanding shorting yet, but with the Lord, what the Lord said to me, I know He will not say that to set me up to fail. He want me purposed that statement to have me succeed. So I am not worried to move when I see the entries. I have missed a lot and would have gained, and these ones I missed were the ones that I felt though from the Lord to move on. But instead I just watched and I realized that He was right. So crypto has been a place God has used to teach me to trust and hear His voice. Who would have thought that? But praise the Lord for that deepening of relationship. That is worth it all. Trusting is not my mind thinking. He's saying something about investments. Trusting not I think he meant to say my own mind's thinking. He's saying something about investments, but it's actually the Lord. I hope this testimony will encourage people. God bless, Aaron. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Aaron. Another comment dream we have on Monday was written. It said from a Jason L. I had a dream. I was in a beautiful big home. My family came to visit, and I just moved to the west, and my family came up from the east. My sister said, this is so nice, and I yelled, XRP baby, and I woke up. One of the intel tweets we got from Luminous Design, we saw, it says, today marks the first day, the first reverse 985 or 589 reverse date from this month, And that date was August 9th, 2021. And then it says the next is 18 August 2021. Good morning, everyone. August 18th, that's a day. There's a lot of intel that's pointing to week 33, which is coming up this week, starting on the 15th on. And I actually believe that we're going to have some big movements anywhere between this coming week and around the 23rd, 24th. So be ready. You don't want to be caught in a short position. I can just maybe say that. Everything you hear in this video today is not financial advice, not trading advice of any kind. Bear in mind, I eat red crayons for breakfast, and I sometimes get a tummy ache. If you eat red crayons, you may also get a tummy ache. But just to remind you, you're probably crazy if you do, and I just need you to read between the lines, okay? This is just a disclosure. Do I really eat red crayons? Well, maybe I do, maybe I don't know. But just be aware, because there's a lot of intel that I have been collecting for a little bit leading up to this week. And if you see in my video, the interview on Lady Queen's channel, I spoke about links and connections between the mark of the beast and XRP, and the roots and origins of the foundations and the plans, and the reason these things were first created were to lead us up into a one world currency, a one world government. However, those plans have not come to fruition, and nor they are right now. And the wealth of the wicked was first sent to Egypt, where they were worshiping all the foreign gods, and the Israelites were slaves. But when God rose them up and sent Moses to send them out, he took all the wealth of Egypt that he had stored up there and used that to transfer it over to God's people, and then send them to do the purposes that he had for them. Where the money comes from is not as important. The origins of money, the coin. Jesus said things like, show me the coin, whose inscription is written on it, and whose image is written on it. And they said, it's Caesar. So he said, well, then give to Caesar what is Caesar's, but give to God what is God's. And then he had Peter, what did he do? He had him go catch a fish, open the fish's mouth. You're going to see some money in there. You're going to see some gold coins, and you're going to use that to pay the bills, one for me and one for you. So Jesus himself uses the money of the current government. And was the current government evil or corrupt? Possibly at that time. Is our current governments corrupt and evil? Possibly at this time. But remember, guys, it's the love of money that's the root of all evil, not the money itself. If you do evil things with the money, or if you fall in love with the money, you got to be really careful. God never minds you having money, but God always minds money having you in your heart. So just be aware of those things. Our next comment is from William. The Lord has told me 4 to 5 times XRP is going to hit $100. He told me to put all of my money in it, and it's going to be enough to start a church and go to Bible school. I'm the real deal as a prophet. I started when I prayed the Psalms for 3 days on my knees. He started speaking to me audibly. Buy, all the way up to $92. My instructions are to sell half at $92. Interesting. That also lines up with some of the things that we are hearing about the crypto winter. And we're going to talk about more about this a little bit later in the video, but I do need to make a big warning to everyone. There are some in the prophetic community that have had realizations that XRP is going to crash. I had a dream, and you can watch my video that I had a dream. Before I started this channel, doing price maps, I had done price maps on my own for a long time, but before I did that, I had a dream that I received great wealth through XRP. And then another thing that I had right before that was a vision where I saw this great crash. And so you can watch my video. I'll put a link to it at the end of this video. But there are people that believe that the economy and the cryptos are going to crash in a very, very big way. But just as quickly as XRP falls, it will rise to very, very high levels. And there are people in the XRP community and in the Intel community that there's a lot of reasons why that is. And so if you don't know, I want you to go out and do your homework. But some people are saying it's going to go to $589. I actually believe that's not the case, because the number sign is at the end. I'm of the team that believes that it's actually, a starting amount of around $4,000 plus, 4,000 plus. I believe that we're going to hit the goals that XRP was supposed to hit with, that Bitcoin was supposed to hit and sustain at those prices. I believe the XRP is going to actually be going into the $100,000+ range. That's what I believe. But right now, we're going to be going up in a big way, but I think around under $120. Now, the maps that I provide and the calculations that I run based on what I do on the Chartroom part of my channel, I can see on the table prices moving up to at least $120. I can see that. That's on the table. I can actually see that we were at the bottom not so long ago. And my charts can map that out, that we have a lot of room to play in up to about 120. Now, I don't really think we're going to get actually all the way up to 120. I think we're only going to get to 99. But there's going to be, as Prophet Robin from Fireside Grace Ministries had put on his channel, the Lord has been telling him that he's seen cryptos going like this, and that when they crash, people are going to be very burnt out and not wanting to touch them. But God's people is going to be in a position by holding some XRP to receive a great amount of wealth when it activates. So when you see these prices of like $100, that's nothing compared to what's coming. I was a part of I was listening to a prophetic word that was sent to me privately by a known prophet that I trust. And they were prophesying, him and his team. And what happened was they had basically prophesied that the movement of XRP, due to either a settlement or this first batch, is minuscule. And what I really believe is that's right. If we go to like $100, it's nothing compared to what it will be like when they flip the switch and activate the new monetary system using XRP's interledger protocol technology. So you need to be aware that the whole world is switching over to this type of technology, and it's going to be, the whole world is going to use it. So I believe God is positioning his people to be ready to receive when that system is activated. The banks and the big monetary systems of the world, they want you out of it. So they're going to give you a taste of it. They're going to give you like a little profit, enough to sell, and then send you on your way. And then they're going to drive prices down to scare you out. Okay, if you didn't sell and take your profit and go home like a good little doggy, they're going to drive prices down and scare everyone out, and also take out your stops. So be aware of that when it goes down, and then after that, it's going to go up. Now, I listened to a very special word this morning from the Daily Bread channel, which I will post a link in that channel here as well. She mentioned me in my dream on her channel, and then today she was posting a video about Joseph's. And at the end of the video, she was talking about this because this is something I've been praying about. But she was talking, she was saying, hey, this is for somebody that I spoke about in a dream I spoke about earlier. So I had a dream, and I believe maybe it was me. I really think maybe it's somebody else who had a dream, but she did mention me before. She did talk about me. And then in my dream, the person who was giving me the delivery was mentioning Sharon, and I didn't know her name was Sharon. They call her Prophetess Sharon, but her message this morning was really good. She had said that when price falls, there's going to be a very small window of chance to get back in. And as you're going to see in some of the other videos that I have, some of the other dreams that we're going to be getting into, there are going to be a lot of people who are going to miss that. Just like the train, you want to get on that train and it's going to go past you. Maybe there's not going to be a chance to buy at 45 cents unless you already have some kind of order set in. But I tried putting in some orders higher than like $7 on my exchange, and I was not able to do that. And then I also hear reports that people in part of our membership team that they were trying to place limit orders and they didn't get fulfilled. And then I also hear reports of people who are they're trying to trade and then their exchange goes down at the most opportune time. Like yesterday, I think it was Coinbase, something like that. Somebody's trying to do a transaction. I can't remember which one. And they were like, how come I can't do a transaction? I think it was Binance. And they just couldn't trade at that moment. But other exchanges worked just fine. There are times when I was personally watching the down detectors and all the internet was going down for like an hour. You may not have heard of it, but I follow the community very well and I researched this stuff personally. And I was seeing that there was major banks down, but also exchanges. And there was people that were not able to sell. So I tried to like, oh, I'm going to try and sell some. And I didn't even get my order filled. It didn't even accept my order. It was just like, try again later. So what do you think is going to happen in a flash crash? If we go from like 100 and crash down, or like 65 and then crash down, how quickly do you think you're going to be able to place your order if millions of people are just selling at the same time? Their servers are going to be overloaded. So some of you guys need to be aware of these things because you're thinking we're just going to, ride it to the top and then be able to buy back down so quickly, so easily. That may not be the case. And if you're leverage trading, and you have like a trailing stop, yeah, you may get that profit, but are you going to be quick enough to get back in? So maybe there's going to be times that we're going to have to get back in, but maybe it's going to be a small window of time, as Prophetess Sharon spoke about in her video today. And so I'm going to be doing my best to be there with you because I look at myself like a pro surfer. Because I'm used to order entry. I'm used to buying and selling. And I'm telling regular people, hey, listen, it's better for you. Maybe it's better for you to just buy and hold and forget about it. You're going to see price doing some crazy stuff. Don't worry about it. Just let it go. And if it crashes, don't be like, oh my gosh, because what's going to happen after it crashes, it's going to go to the moon. But we need to crash first. But before that crash happens, we're going to have some booms and bust and booms and bust. And it's going to be a wild time. And it can happen. And I don't know how quickly this is going to happen. Because some of the words we're still waiting for confirmation from. But some of the prophetic community has gotten is around October, beginning of November-ish. That's going to be the time when it's activated. Now, some of the intel community points that it's going to be around January 22nd. I've been more after January 22nd, but the prophetic community is still praying. When is the flip switch going to be activated? That doesn't give us much time there either. Especially, we don't know how long it's going to take. It can take 3 months, slowly get into 99. Normally, if we get to those prices, I can draw and I can calculate and be like, okay, this is the top. Let's get out. And I can make those kind of calls. But in this case, will we be able to? How quickly will it fall? What if it happens all within one day? And some of you guys may be at work. Some of you guys may not be ready to take those trades. So there's a big warning here. For if you're a leverage trader, you can get margined out and then you're thinking it's fine. You need to have that kind of access on your phones or devices to see if you're still in, you didn't get stopped out. Because you'll go to the moon and be like, woohoo. And then you look into your account and you're like, oh my gosh, I wasn't in. And you'll be really crying because you don't actually own. You just have contracts. On your XRP on like maybe a MetaTrader or something using Kotux 4. So some of you guys need to really think about getting some XRP and taking it off the exchanges. I have some XRP that's not on an exchange. It's on a cold storage device, which is really on the network, but my information is on the cold storage device. And you need to be careful. You need to be careful of just keeping everything on an exchange if the exchange goes away, because that has happened. So what I'm talking right now is access to your money in case we drop or boom or you get stopped out. Okay, think about this. I'm being very, very honest. I'm giving you real world scenarios that you guys need to consider. Some of you are going to be in so much profit, right? And we're going to be, just say we're at like $70 and we're on our way to $90. Okay, just say we hit that in a day, because once you're at those levels, you can hit those numbers in a day. because you're talking about percentages and proportional. Prices moves proportionally. So you go to $90 and then you have a trailing stop, a stop that follows you, so that if price ever goes down to like, maybe $10, it'll automatically sell the order for you. So that stop is rising. Every time price goes up, it catches a little bit higher, and then price has a chime, and then it goes up higher and higher. That's how a trailing stop works. So say you guys have $70 and you have a trailing stop. Price hits $90, your trailing stop moved to 80, and then all of a sudden price spikes down and it's sold out and cancels your transaction. But then it spikes all the way down to, like, say it goes down to 50 cents. And then it comes right back up and goes to thousands. If you weren't careful with that trailing stop, you may think you're ready to go to the moon and you're celebrating, and then when you turn on your phone, you don't even have any XRP. You understand what I'm saying? So for some of you guys, you need to be putting some aside and forgetting about it, and don't trade with that. I am like that surfer that's out there surfing because I think I can get back to shore quick enough for me. But also, I have some aside that I'm not actively trading. That way, if all of my accounts go bust or whatever, I still have my XRP just sitting off to the side. That's going to provide for me generational wealth. And some of you guys need to have some kind of plan. I know it's fun to trade. Listen, nobody thinks more of that than me, because I love to trade. I love to calculate price, and it's fun. But like I always say, not everyone should be doing that. Some of you guys really need to take a heart to heart and pray about what are you going to do. Because as we're going to see in some more dreams, we may not get those opportunities. If the Lord's telling William maybe he should sell half at 92, maybe that means we're going to have enough time to buy. But are you paying attention to what's happening? I do 2 services for you guys. I do 3 services for you guys. And I want you to know who I am and where I stand. So I have 19 years of technical chart reading experience. About 11 of those years, I was very unsuccessful and I didn't have a good success rate, and I lost a lot of my own money. What happened was, after about 11 years, I discovered some of the major secrets of the foundations I was using. Everything I kept using over the years kept leading me back to my original skills, which was drawing on price. I was always drawing and printing out and drawing and mapping price. But I was missing some of the key ingredients. It was like making a cake. I had flour, I had eggs, but I didn't have milk. So some of the things that should have been a masterpiece were not. And I didn't know the correct order of context that I should have been seeing some of these things on to understand price behavior. That would have unlocked a lot of more ingredients, so to speak. And so when I found those out, my world of trading really just changed. And I loved this method. I've been using it ever since. I wanted to keep it a secret until I was ready to release it, like in a course, and charge thousands of dollars for it. I've been feeling lately that that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. That I'm supposed to just be releasing it to the public. And I don't know. I'm giving this my technique, which I call the sword method, to people in the public, is getting people's attention, and maybe it's helping you to understand these videos better. Because it's nice to say, hey, I think price is going to go here and I'll be right all the time, which I used to do that. But then I started saying, I need to explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing and how I understand price, and share those thoughts. So I do that on YouTube so you can understand price too. And I began to give that away. Now, the things I do, I still love to trade, and I would even like to do more intraday trading. But as people started paying attention and watching what I was doing on the chat rooms and in other groups, I started my own chat room, and I noticed that people coming to me were people that were just holding, and I was trading. So they were like, "Whoa, this guy! We just know he knows what he's talking about. We know he understands price." So they don't understand what I'm doing. So I was like, okay, well, so I would put out synopsises, and then later on I started doing videos for, on a small scale. And then I started doing YouTube to make the maps and explain what's been happening with price and the story behind price and why price is doing what it's doing, and why we really need price setup rather than just like a news, because I can show you the price and I can tell you what the news is. That kind of situation. And so I wanted to give this away to help people start understanding where they should be as far as XRP is going and what XRP is doing. And I also follow Bitcoin. So on our Telegram chat room, this is a service I provide. I have a community room where you can join, you can chat with people, but every now and then you're going to click at the top and it's going to say pinned, and you're going to see me doing posts of my charts on my iPad. I'm going to be taking pictures of charts. Sometimes if I'm on the go, I'm doing it on my phone and I'm sending it right to that group. And you can see what's happening with XRP for the day. And I do that Monday through Friday. Sometimes I'll even post something on Sunday if there's a warning for that day or something I might have missed. But I'm constantly analyzing price for you guys on the bigger scales. In that community room, there's a lot of people who sometimes do it on the smaller scales and understanding and learning how to be traders. And then sometimes people are just having a good time sharing spiritual content. So go ahead and join us on that Telegram group, on our Telegram, J Song's Telegram community group. That link is in the description of this video. And that's absolutely free to join. The other service I provide is a page, a website. Right now, the website is Patreon. And the link is in that description, and you can become a member. It does require a donation of any dollar amount. So it can be $1, it could be less than $1. I think somebody gave me like 73 cents. And then it can be as much as you want. If you want to be a blessing, go ahead and be a blessing. What this is going to do is it's going to put you a part of my my Patreon notification team. On this group, I have exclusive charts, not just for XRP and Bitcoin, but also for other charts and that I've been doing. I'm going to be posting Redcoin real soon. I'm going to be posting, somebody asked me for Digibyte. I'm going to be posting more of XLM, XDC, Dogecoin. We can get back into that one soon. And a lot of maps. Matic, Algo, ETN, a lot of cryptocurrencies. I'll put up a map usually like once a week for that week and what I'm seeing and what are the targets that price is hitting and what's most likely a valid, along with some commentary that I might be posting on there. So if you want to join, you can join for free or make a donation. Very kind. A lot of people are donating, $5. Somebody just the other day donated $3. And I'll take this moment before I continue to thank some people. I just got some notifications like right now for some new pledges, and I want to tell some people thank you. Carlin today $5, Bob $5, Mr. B $13.83. Thank you guys so much. The Servant $5, Abe Lindsay $5, Margie last night $2, Lemmy 74 cents. Melvin $5, Tokenbo $1.38, and Eugene Yuan Chung $5. Guys, you guys are doing you're really blessing me by just joining and being part of this team. So I hope my videos continue to bless you guys. Thank you for supporting this work and also the ministry side of this, all the free stuff and talking about the Lord. That's great. So if you guys want to, you're in the Patreon group, you get the best of both worlds. And then finally, the third thing that we do that I do right now is that I make YouTube videos. So I'm posting maps for everyone publicly. There are some videos that I'm going to be making more privately that are only, again, in that Patreon group. So go ahead and join if you wanted to sign up, and with any pledge of any dollar amount. And you'll always get exclusive access to those. But the other thing is that if you're only finding out about my channel on YouTube, I'm letting you know that I don't always have time to upload an update, because if I'm on the go, I don't have really time to upload a video. It's nice when I'm not on the go and I'm able to like put a warning video or some movements, but sometimes there's like 2 or 3 or 4 updates a day, and you need to know about those possibly. Some of those you are taking some like, hey, I'm going to be exiting here or get back in on here. We're watching price very closely, playing this close to the chest. So I like to keep you guys updated on what I'm doing. This is not financial advice of any kind, but it's just letting you know what I'm doing. Some of you guys are just saying, hey, I don't know what to do, but what is he doing? So I'm letting you know what I'm doing. Currently, I'm long XRP. I was long XDC and XLM. and we just hit our targets for XDC and XLM. We have not hit our target for XRP, but we are close. So we're going to be watching what's going to be happening there. So watch my video today that I just released today about XRP to get caught up on where we're at, and it's a good video. Let's continue.